Good evening, everyone. First Alert Storm Team meteorologist Joseph Williams with your Valley News Now evening forecast. So let's get right to the details. Basically, we've been tracking, cold air these past few days. We've been tracking this blast of air from Canada and the Arctic that's led to temperatures in the 20s and 30s across the region. But this air mass that's been bringing these cold temperatures should push out over the next few days, and we'll see temperatures rising as we get, closer to this event. So what's going on? Well, again, like I mentioned, we've been dealing with this cold air over the past several days. It's expected to move out over the next few days. We will warm up as promised. So, and then we are tracking a system towards this upcoming weekend that could bring some precipitation heading our way. So again, thanks for joining us. First Alert Storm Team meteorologist Joseph Williams with your Valley News Now evening forecast. As I briefly talked about, we've been tracking this cold air for quite some time. That's brought these temperatures in the 20s to low 30s across the region. In fact, for today, we didn't even get above freezing. We didn't even get above 30 degrees in most areas. We only got into the upper 20s. For context, normally we're in the upper 30s for mid-November, so we were about 10 degrees below normal for this time of year. And we're still dealing with the impacts of the cold heading into tonight. Here's a look at our wind chills across the region. Looking at a wind chill of 17 in Grand Forks versus a wind chill of 14 in Fargo, wind chill of 13 in Jamestown, and a wind chill of 10. So the actual air temperature is in the upper 20s. However, because we still have a wind pushing through our region, the temperature actually feels like the teens, even though the actual air temperature is in the 20s. So the actual air temperature is in the 20s, but it feels like the teens outside is what I'm trying to say. And that's, again, because we're still under this cold air mass that's sitting on top of the northern plains. So let's get right to the forecast to show you what is going on besides the cold. Aside from the cold, not much else is happening. We're still dealing with some lingering cloud cover across most of our region. We had some flurries in Lake of the Woods County earlier this morning, but those flurries have since pushed east. We have some snow shower activity in central Minnesota, but our entire region in general is taking a break from the wintry precipitation. We're just looking at cloudy skies. And that's because the low pressure system that brought this wintry precipitation our way has since pushed into the eastern U.S. So all this activity is associated with this low pressure system that's now in the eastern U.S. And now we're under this high pressure system that'll bring some dry, stable air into our region tonight. So we're just looking at cloudy, dry conditions heading into tonight. We also have this low pressure system from Canada. This low pressure system will mainly stay north of us, but its warm front it may bring a couple of showers into northwest Minnesota tomorrow night, and I will go over that in just a second. But on top of it, it will bring some strong winds from the south into our region. So tomorrow afternoon will feel much colder than it already is expected to be. So let's go over our first look forecast to show you what we're expecting. Heading into the next several hours, we're looking at overcast skies for your Monday morning commute. Barely any sunshine expected to break through the cloud cover for your Monday morning commute. But no flurries expected for your Monday morning commute because we'll be under this high pressure system that'll bring dry, stable air into a region. Monday afternoon also expected to be mostly cloudy, although we may see a few more breaks in the clouds out in the James River Valley. So we may see some more sunshine in the James River Valley and a portion of the Red River Valley, compared to tomorrow morning. And then as we head into tomorrow evening, there's that disturbance that I was talking about. We see a front bring some wintry mix showers into northwest Minnesota. So you may see some snowflakes and raindrops in northwest Minnesota tomorrow evening. Very little moisture anticipated with those showers, though. And by midnight, those showers will be out of our region, leaving behind clearing skies for your Tuesday morning commute. So by your Tuesday morning commute, that cloud cover breaks up, and we'll see some sunshine expected. Around the same time we see that cloud cover lingering across our region tomorrow afternoon, we're also expecting the winds to pick up from the south. So I mentioned that for your Monday morning commute, the winds will be light, But I also mentioned that the winds will pick up during the afternoon hours tomorrow, and this is what I'm talking about. By around the 3 to 4 o'clock hour, wind gusts will be above 20 miles per hour across most of our region. Could see a wind gust up to 27 miles per hour in Grand Forks versus 32 miles per hour in Langdon and 29 miles per hour in Devil's Lake by the 4 o'clock hour, for example. And then stronger winds still are expected to come from the south as we head into tomorrow evening. We could see wind gusts above 30 miles per hour at times in Thief River Falls and Foston, for example. And those winds will stick around until midnight, at which point the winds begin to die down, and we're just looking at a standard breeze for your Tuesday morning commute. And then we'll see the winds pick up once again, this time from the northwest for Tuesday afternoon. Put another way, in Fargo, peak wind gusts will likely be above 30 miles per hour between the 6 to 8 o'clock hour tomorrow evening. So again, tomorrow afternoon and evening will be a bit windy, and that will make temperatures feel colder. In Jamestown, peak wind gusts could get up to 31 miles per hour. Now, I mentioned how it will make temperatures feel colder. The morning commute, light winds are expected. But with temperatures this low, that still means you're looking at single-digit wind chills in eastern North Dakota and wind chills in the teens in northwest Minnesota. So the air temperature may be the upper teens to low 20s, but the wind chills will be in the single digits to low teens. Either way, it's going to be cold. You'll want to bundle up for the morning commute. And during the afternoon hours, as that strong southerly wind pushes through our region, wind gusts will be again, wind gusts could get above 25 miles per hour across most of our region. So while the actual temperature will be in the mid-30s, like 35 in Fargo and 35 in Wahpeton, the wind chill, how it feels outside, will be in the 20s, like 25 in Fargo and 26 in Wahpeton. So the air temperature will be in the 30s. It will feel like the upper teens to mid-20s outside because of the winds and the cloud cover. Luckily, after tomorrow, we do warm up into the upper 40s for Veterans Day, Wednesday and Thursday, about 10 degrees above normal for mid-November. And then another warm-up takes place on Friday, as a low pressure system will lift warm air into a region on that day. So we'll see temperatures in the mid-50s, about 20 degrees above normal for this time of year. So we'll be going from cold temperatures tomorrow to mild temperatures towards the middle and end of the week, where you may just need a light sweatshirt to enjoy the nice weather. And temperatures will trend well into the above normal category, about 10 to 20 degrees above normal, even for Saturday too. So basically this whole work week and the weekend will be mild indeed for those temperatures. But as we head into next week, temperatures will trend back to normal, being in the mid to upper 30s, just a few degrees above normal for mid-November. So basically enjoy these temperatures while you can, because the next week will be a bit cooler. As for precipitation chances, well, what will happen is we will see a low pressure system moving into our region during that period of time. Low pressure system moving into a region towards the end of the week, excuse me. So models suggest that it won't be until this upcoming Saturday the 15th and Sunday the 16th that a low pressure system moves into the northern plains, brings some precipitation chances into a region. The system that will bring that precipitation our way, though, has yet to even form in the first place. So models are still trying to figure out what will happen for the upcoming weekend. And so it's likely this forecast will change as we get closer to these dates. So stick with Valley News Live for First Alert updates as we First Alert track this system. What do I mean by how the models will end up changing? Well, let's just give a look at our First Alert forecast, for example. This model, the model shown here is the American model, the GFS, and it shows rain showers for Saturday morning, turning into a steady rain on Saturday afternoon and evening, and then we'll see that rain continuing across most areas overnight into Sunday morning, And notice, though, that while most of our region will see rain on Sunday morning and afternoon, the portions of eastern North Dakota may see some wintry mix and even snowflakes coming down. So what may happen is that some areas will see wintry mix, other areas will see rain. And then we'll see that precipitation sticking around even for your Monday morning commute. One of our other models, the European model, basically wants leftover precipitation out of our region before Monday morning. So we're still ironing out the kinks regarding and one of our models, the Canadian model, basically just wants rain showers on Saturday and no precipitation on Sunday. So again, the models are still trying to figure out exactly what's expected for this upcoming weekend, but the point is, don't be surprised if you see some rain chances for this upcoming weekend, and definitely keep the VNL First Alert Weather app on standby as we get closer to the upcoming weekend and we First Alert track those precipitation chances. So let's recap everything. Monday, we'll start the work week on a chilly note with lows in the teens, highs in the 30s, and wind chills in the teens to 20s across a region. A little breezy, and we'll also see a slight chance of mix in northwest Minnesota tomorrow night. Very little moisture anticipated, though. Then as we head into Veterans Day, temperatures will be back in the upper 40s, and we'll stay in the upper 40s for Wednesday and Thursday. But towards the weekend, we'll be in the 50s, about 20 degrees above normal for this time of year. However, around that same time, a low pressure system will bring some precipitation chances into our region. However, as I mentioned, we are still ironing out the kinks in the timing and the extent of the precipitation because the system is several days away, so the forecast will likely change as we get closer to the upcoming weekend. I just want to give you that first alert heads up in case something happens for the upcoming weekend that we see those precipitation chances heading our way. So keep the VNL First Alert Weather app on standby for that, just in case as we get closer to the upcoming weekend. Then next week, we'll be back to normal basically. Highs in the upper 30s with a mostly cloudy sky anticipated. So I'm going to get off of here. I'll be giving periodic updates on the VNL First Alert Weather app, and I'll be on for Valley News Live at 9 and 10, so be sure to tune in to watch those shows. And Lisa Green will also be back on for Valley today. If you are not able to watch any shows for tonight, you can watch her morning shows tomorrow. In the meantime, have a wonderful night, and be safe out there and stay warm too.